What's up, guys? We got the Pop Tropica ad. That's the flashback. But yeah, this still exists. That's crazy. I'm doing a kit tier list today, and this is unplanned, so it's gonna be a bit disorganized. But we're gonna power through it. But I wanted to make one of these, so we're gonna go ahead and just start off with F tier. We have Troll, which is killable now, which means it's nowhere near as strong as it used to be. So it sucks. That's simple as it is. Armor sucks. Weapon sucks. The only good part of the kit's the witch, and even that is pretty killable and easy to take care of. So yeah, I'm gonna have a single F tier kit, and I'll try to do a single S tier, but it'll be hard. But let's continue. Let's put Knight in the bottom of E tier. Knight, every single bit of its kit can be replaced by chests except for the iron sword and the helmet, which makes it bad automatically as like trash armor potential, and you can get iron swords from like every other kit, so it's not that impressive. So it'll go there. But Fisherman above it. The first thing is critical damage works because it takes half of the base damage and adds it on. So iron swords do +3, half of 6, so it does 9 damage. Stone swords does +2.5, half of 5, 7.5 damage. So Proficient has a base damage of 1, so it literally does like 0.5 extra damage when you crit, which makes it trash. And the whole rotting thing isn't really just learn the hotkey. Like it's not that difficult. So yeah, let's continue on. What should I put next? Sorry, probably should organize this better. Go ahead and put Viking. Now, the helm and the boots are really good, but that's it. It's got nothing else going for it. If you want water movement, go with Diver. If you want the axe, go with anything else. If you want the armor like that, go with Wolf or go with Meatmaster, you know? So it's just a worse version of other kits, basically. So there's no point in buying it. Now, let's see, what should I put next? I'm gonna go ahead and put Blaze top of E tier. The chestplate is good. The sword is good and the axe is good. You know what? I can't put Blaze there. Now that I'm saying everything, Blaze is not that low. Let me put Speleologist at the top of E tier. Speleologist is basically Knight, but chest gear is much better for it than Knight. Like, it has leather pieces in the middle, but diamond helmet and iron boots, so it's much more easy to combine it with other gear and become stronger. So that's really the only reason why it's better. It's just better Knight. Let's go to D tier now, and at the bottom of D tier, I'm gonna put Horse Tamer. Horse Tamer is Speleologist 10 with a horse. That's literally it. If you want a horse or that kind of kit, go with Donkey. It's exponentially better. So next kit, Phoenix. Not a great kit, really. I mean, the flame bow is good, but like, first of all, setting body on fire can fuck you up because the fire ticks can cancel your damage and your knockback, so it can actually straight line you. But it's good if you're chasing somebody, but then you just want the axe. You don't want to have to stop and shoot someone instead of on fire, because it'll probably... the time it takes could possibly mean you just don't get to kill that person, you know? So, and next I will put Hype Train. Okay, Clean Iron Sword. That's all the kit has that's good. And that is good. A Clean Iron Sword is actually really respectable. If you get good armor out of chests and you get a level and you go to mid at a minute in and get like max blitz, sharp 1 iron, yeah, you're doing pretty well. But that won't happen every game. On top of that, I mean, that's really it. Like, if your kit requires that much luck to be good, it's not that great. And even then, potion kits just counter gear in general. So whatever. And it was only good when rods got basically removed. Okay, next up, let's put Red Dragon. It's a really all-around decent kit. I mean, it gets the FNS, but like I said, FNS can be bad for your fighting. Like I said, like setting someone on fire fucks up knockback and damage ticks, and it's kind of weird. And the mobs are good to run away, but they get one shot by a crit with a sharp 1 stone or an iron, and they get one shot by power bows as well, if not normal bows. So they're pretty bad. The armor is decent. I mean, you can get max blitz often with this kit, and you get a clean stone. So it's better than the kits below it, but I wouldn't justify putting it any higher than D tier. Okay, so let's see. What should I use to round off D tier? Any controversial ones I can go with? Because I feel like most kits are pretty good at this point in the game. Alright, I'm going to be controversial. I'm going to put Snowman. Everyone says Snowman is really good, and I just don't see it. I play it a lot. 64 snowballs is good. The snowmen are decent. The helmet is good. Weapon is good. But, I mean, it's just like, it's basically Speleologist 10 with snowballs and snowmen. That's what it is. And if you want snowballs and that kind of stuff, just go with Farmer. Farmer's way better. And it gets eggs, which is the same thing. So that'll round off my C tier. And to start off, round off my D tier. To start with C tier, I'm going to put Arachnologist. The kit's pretty... Hello? Okay, the kit's pretty good. I can't lie about that. I mean, it gets good armor. It gets a good sword. I mean, you get an iron chest and you max Blitz with an iron sword and a lot of mobs. So it's good in that regard. But again, mobs aren't that good at this point in the game. All you gotta do is shoot them with the bow. Like just a little tip. If someone has mobs, don't fight them. Just kill them with your bow. That's literally just shoot them from afar. And that's all you gotta do. And when you get rid of that, it's just a better knight, really. It's just knight with better armor potential. So it's not gonna be that high. So I'm going to now I'm gonna put Warlock. Everything about this kit is abysmal, but I can't justify putting a diamond chestplate kit anywhere below C. The diamond chestplate is enough to make the kit really good. That's really all I have to say about it. The strength potions suck now, so there's no point. So that's basically it. I'm gonna go with Florist next. And no, I'm gonna put Florist at the bottom. Because Florist is really... Thorns is kind of a risk. I mean, it's good in both fights, but it's absolute garbage in melee because, like I said, sort of like fire, Thorn's ticks can fuck up knockback. That's really it. I mean, the armor's decent, weapon's decent, but it's not that fantastic. Next up, bit low for people, I think, but I'm gonna go ahead and put in Meatmaster. And Darian, hello, computer? Darian, to listen to this video, you don't goat Meatmaster for the helmet, you kill them for the helmet, and I agreed with that so much because Meatmaster, helmet is fantastic, sword is good, but that's really it. And if you don't get good chest luck, you're kind of screwed. And really, like I've said before, you can't really put flat out gear kits too high just because of the fact that potions negate gear much more than gear negates potions. That's why the top kits are almost all potion kits. Or you don't... I've placed one potion kit so far. That's literally it. So potion kits are the meta, and potion kits beat gear every day of the week. So let's meet Master there. And now I'll put Blaze. Fantastic for chasing people. Not good for fighting them. But the Blazes, dude, they are spot on accurate. They are ridiculous. I can shoot people across the map and it just freaks me out. Like, I don't know how they are that good. So yeah, I put Blaze there. And I think I'll put Astro. I mean, the boots are good, armor's good, sword's good, but 16-second res 1. No more needs to be said. Anyway, let's put Wolf. And I think that'll round out our C tier. There's so many kits in this game now that it's hard to like, and a lot of them are actually good, so it's hard to justify putting them in. A lot of them, it's going to be a pretty packed B and A tier, what I'm seeing here. So the mobs are good, the Prot 4 boots are very good, and really that's all it's got going for it. But it's better than Meatmaster just for the simple fact that first of all it gets full gear, and second of all it gets mobs, and mobs are beatable, but wolves are better than most mobs. For one, they got smaller, like spiders have gigantic hitboxes, wolves have small hitboxes. That's one good thing about them. And they're much more annoying, but yeah, you can still one-shot them with the right weapons. Like iron sword equivalents or power one bows one-shot them. So that's all you gotta do is just shoot them from afar, and then they're useless after that. So that'll round out my C tier. And to start off B tier, people tend to put slime really high, and I don't understand it personally. Knockback 1 is good if you're fighting someone. If they're running away, it's the worst enchantment imaginable. And that's enough to make slime not good in my opinion, because how to beat, I mean, you can just avoid a slime by running, and what are they going to do? They hit you, you go flying. They're not going to catch you. And if they slow pot you, even then, you can just rod them off of you, and if they hit you, you go flying away. You can probably just stall out their slowness potions, really. And their mobs are one-shottable, so I don't think it's as good as everyone says it is. At the same time, slowing somebody is very good, especially against speed, because there's tons of speed in the game. Negate speed, and the mobs are good for running away, but same as magma cubes, they get like one shot by everything. Knockback 1 is very good for like 1v1s and stuff, but it's not very good for chasing. So I can't put it any higher than B, but I can't put it any lower because like knockback 1 is good for 1v1s, but not good for chases. So after that, I think I'm gonna go ahead and put Creeper Tamer. The diamond chestplate, like I said, is always really good. Like it's the best piece of armor in the entire game that Creeper gets, best single piece. And it's immune to explosions, and the Creepers in TNT are actually really good. So I think B is a solid level for that kit. And I think just edging it out is Tim. And why Tim? Because a diamond chest is better than a diamond legs. Here's why. Max Blitz armor is an iron chest plate and iron and chain legs. Minecraft music stop. Holy shit. I'm trying to make a Minecraft video here. Okay. So the whole idea is Tim leggings are one armor bar above chain, and a Creeper chestplate is one above an iron chestplate, which means that in max blitz terms, they add the exact same value: an iron chest, a diamond chest, and a diamond legs. So, and to make that, and basically to make that make sense, they give the same value in their armor. But Tim also gets XP pots, so if you do it in the right map, like Mytho Revives or Pandora, and you do a chest route straight to a enchant table, you could just get free prot 1. Doesn't always, usually you get like half prot 1, I would say. And a sharp 1 sword and a power bow a minute into the game, and you're the most stacked person in the game. So it's really good. But again, I can't put it any higher because gear always is out to potions. Which is why the top ones are all potion kits. Okay, next I will add Pigman. The sword is fantastic. That's really, I mean, the crits do 8.5 and it's 0.5 less than a normal iron sword because like I said, with crits, gold sword is plus 4 damage, so plus 2 onto the 6.5 damage, and you get 8.5 compared to iron swords doing 9. So worse crits, but better normal hits, and you do more normal hits than crits. So it's the best sword in the game, really. And damage pots are really good in 1v1s as long as you know how to use them. Like people don't know how to use them, but when they're used right, they are very strong. And it has the best single mob in the game, really. Besides the witch, maybe, but that's debatable, really. So yeah, Pigman, I'll put it there. Now I'll put Rogue. First of all, Rogue is a blast on Calum. Calum V1, dude. Whenever I get Calum V1, I just like cream my pants because I know I'm gonna be playing fucking Rogue and it's gonna be fantastic. So first of all, Invis and Speed Pots to get Speed 1 for like I believe 12 seconds. I need to fact check that though. /LSG. Okay, the Rogue stop. The Rogue Pots last for very professional. It lasts for 15 seconds of speed. I mean, that's good. That's longer than Warriors do. No region, but longer speed 1. And the bow is very strong. Power 3, punch 3. It's like 3 uses, but it's still very strong. The boots are decent, and the KB sword, it's like slime. The weakness is someone's running away. But you're going to want to play Rogue on maps with elevation, so Kalen V1 is the obvious one. You can make it work on Kalen V2 as well. You can make it work on Grease if you camp the little thing near spawn where it's at the cliff. You can camp that cliff, knock players off. So as long as you play the kit smartly on the right maps, Rogue can give you free wins, especially on Kalen V1. Rogue is an auto win if you play your cards right. So now I will... Oh, I forgot about armor. Yeah, okay, sorry. I'm gonna have to do this. I'll put armor here. So armor I'll put there. Because the armor is very good, but That's really it. I mean, it ain't got much going for it besides being immune to like arrows and fire and explosions and falling, which sounds really good. But I really, at the end of the day, you have speed versus an armor, you win the fight. You have regen against the armor, or you blind them, you still win the fight. That's why I can't put it any higher than this. And the armor can break. If someone's like really obnoxious, they'll just like fucking spam your armor until it breaks, and then you just auto lose. But I don't think anyone does that because it'd just be way too tedious. But its armor isn't good enough really to like for example Tam, you get better armor than armor if you get like the max blitz, which you almost always do. That's better than armor, and you get a sword too. So it's not fantastic, but it's still pretty good. It's a reliable kit. Now I'm gonna put Guardian. Sorry about that. Oh, I forgot about Jockey. God damn it. Okay, Jockey, top of D tier. All right, all right. So anything else I'm missing? No, all these are gonna be up higher. All right, so Guardian, simply because 2 extra hearts the entire game is an enormous advantage, and the instant health 2 pots are very strong. Very strong. And I'm going to put Paladin, because you get 2 lives, and top half iron and an iron sword. So basically, if you save all pots for deathmatch, you will win deathmatch, pretty much, if you're smart. That's really it. I mean, it's a very strong kit. I'll put Archer. So the power 2 bow and the helmet are good. And if you're good with the bow and you play smart, the bow will shred through people. So as long as you're good at the bow and you use the bow a lot, you can get players very low and then go in for the fight and win a lot of fights that way. So yeah, and now I will put Hunter. Bit biased. People will put it lower than this, but I think Hunter is incredibly good. So splash speed is a complete surprise factor for one, because there's no cooldown for you to use it. You just like run at somebody at splash speed and they don't have time to run away. When you got a drink speed, it's weaker, you know? It's a weaker surprise effect because they know you're drinking speed, they can prepare for it. You just splash speed, there's no reaction time for them really. And power one bow is good, clean stone is good, middle chain is good. It's a good kit. It's not fantastic, but it's good. And I'm gonna put scout above it, even though what I just said is that splash is better than drinkable. Well, it's also drinkable for 20 seconds at level 10, and it gets 2 regen 3, regen 2 potions for 10 seconds, so 2 full heals basically, and it gets 3 slowness 2 potions. Slowness 2, right? Not slowness 3. Professional. Bruh. Just on time. Thank you. Slowness 2. Yes. Which is obviously incredibly good. And if you play Scout on Alice and get tons of chests and get stacked, you basically win the game because your potions are... It gets the best potions in the game, pretty much, overall. Because speed is an absolute winner in this game. And it's honestly surprising that speed kits aren't higher on this list. If speed on kill wasn't a thing, then speed kits be S tier. Really. And let me go ahead and round out B tier with Diver. This is way higher than most people put Diver. But first of all, I put Diver a decent amount. And my rating with it is about 50%, about 48%, which is the highest rate I have with any of my kits. Like, besides Golem, maybe. What's Golem? That's less. What's Tim? That's less. God, dear God, what's Hunter? Hunter's not that good at all. Hunter's like 40%. Yeah. So as you can see, Diver is actually my highest frame rate kit I play a lot. More than Reaper, probably. Yeah, way more than Reaper. What about Shadow Knight? More than Shadow Knight. It's my highest frame rate kit. And that's because Diver is an incredibly good kit. Because, first of all, you'd be surprised by how often someone actually follows you into the water. You really would be. Like, there are bad players in the game. If you play on Hamani, you can traverse the entire map without ever leaving the water. Play on Inland's Tower, you will find at least 2 or 3 players in the water every game. And you can also knock players into the water, which makes it even better. Like, I don't want to roast them, but like, I was fighting Irenas the other day, and I knocked Irenas into the water in Hamani. And at that point, you're just fucked. You can't do a single thing to a diver when you're in the water with them. So a diver is just, and the boots are good, the helm is good, clean stone is good. You can get stacked as diver if you get some good mid pieces off spawn. And then just the depth strider, it's probably the highest win rate kit in the right place. Like if you're fighting a diver in the water, the diver will win almost every time. If you beat that diver, the diver sucks. Okay? You will win that fight as diver. There's almost no kit that can guarantee a fight win like diver can. And also it's fun. It's a really fun kit. So yeah, I'm putting it there. Now let's start A tier now. So start out A tier, I'm going to put Farmer. Bottom half iron, very strong. Iron legs, it's the only kit that gets set besides Tim and Donkey, and kind of Reaper. I guess Prot 2 chain counts. But so it's a rare armor piece to get in the game. It's very strong. Iron sword, and the eggs are very powerful. They're just better version of rods, and you get so many eggs from the kit that you just like you can fill up your entire inventory with eggs if you want to. The big downside though is everyone else gets them too. So yeah, that's pretty much why they're not that good. It's not higher. So next I'm going to put Tox. Tox is a very good kit. It gets regen potions, which are very strong. I believe it's 8 seconds as well. Please don't log me out. Okay. Regen potions, 8 seconds. It's obviously good. That heals you about 5-6 hearts, I would guess. And it gets good armor, gets a clean stone, and it gets 5 poison 2 pots for 6 seconds, which obviously is going to be very good. Like you just like whittle somebody down and then just kill them. Or if you get knocked low by somebody else, regen pot. And it's just a good kit. I don't know how else to put it. It's just good. Now I will put Shadow Knight. Now, this may be debatable now because of a certain kit that's going to be put above it. But it's got the best debuffs in the game, really. And it used to, at least. But I would argue it still does. Because if you get blinded and your sprint goes away, you are losing that fight pretty much most of the time. And really, just shout it, it's going for the engage, and then mid-fight back up blind pot, you win. It can almost secure fight wins with one debuff. It's a very good kit. And the feather falling works, you can use it. The only fall in the game you do not survive is jumping off of the citadel. Everything else you survive, and you just assassinate people with it. Like, for example, on Docks V1, you can just, or like you jump to the pits near mid to escape people, and sometimes they'll follow you. And if they do, when they follow you, just blind pot them when they hit the ground, and it's a guaranteed fight win. So that it's just that kind of stuff that makes Shadow Knight such a good kit. So, next up, probably low for most people, I'm going to put Golem. So I put Golem here because obviously the weapon is very good and the gapple and healing is very good. If you save it for deathmatch, you have a ton of healing for DM and you basically win. But it used to get 4, dude. So it's way weaker than it used to be. It's not an S tier kit anymore, so I can't put it any higher. Now I'm gonna put Donkey Tamer. Just because you can get full iron off spawn in a really fast mob. I mean, it's possible. You get speed potions. I mean, you can't put any lower than that. You get crazy stacked with Donkey. The reason it's not higher is because, one, killing a donkey is not hard if you got a bow. Just shoot the donkey. And horses are easy to kill because when you shoot them, they like, what's the word, buck? They jump up and kick and stuff. What is the word for that? Is buck right? It's sometimes a word just sounds wrong, you know what I mean? Whatever. But like they move up and they are stationary for a second, which makes them very easy to hit over and over to chain hits into. So just kill a donkey and they're just stacked, and then potions win most of the time. But if you don't do that, then they can just wail on you, and they're also going to be way stagnant almost everyone else by the first minute. Now I will put Necromancer. And of course, Necro is the best Prestige 2 in the game, but I don't think we're discussing this in terms of level 10s, because Prestige 2s are very rare at this point. This is based on level 10s. So 6 mobs are obviously the most mobs in the game for a single kit, very strong. The punch bow, if you're smart, you can just win DM with it. Weapon is decent. The armor is very good. No armor potential, but full proj. and it's 6.5 armor bars, nothing to scoff at, you know, it's strong. So yeah, that's where it's going. Now I'm gonna put Reaper. A direct hit with the potions does 5.5 hearts and can kill, and it is true damage. Moving on. Ranger. Power 1 punch 2 bow. It's a deathmatch bow, but you get it a minute into the game. And this will auto win deathmatch for you. This kit will. So now I'm gonna put 2 in S tier. Because I can't not put these. I can't put one of these in A tier. First one I'm gonna shock you guys, because most people will flip this, but I'm putting Baker below Warrior. And that is because Baker, let me explain why I'm putting Baker here. Because it gets the best buffs in the game, pretty much. Res 1. How long do they last for, by the way? Like, Jesus Christ. Oh, they last a few minutes. Not really, but like a good amount. Yeah, like 8 seconds. Region 1, Res 1. A Gapple, Part 1 Iron Boots, Food Forever, and Iron Sword. Play with speed on kill and you just can juggernaut through everything, dude. If you get low, just blast a potion, you win the fight. I mean, it's crazy powerful. If you save them for deathmatch, you just win. I mean, Res 1 reduces damage by 20%. In Region 1, he was a half a heart like every second or so. So, I mean, you can just tank through stuff with this kit. But putting Warrior at the top tier. And let me just show you why real quick. So here we have Warrior. Warrior 9. Iron Axe Sharpness 1. We've broken the rules. Alright? We've broken this rule once before. You guess what the rule is? No iron swords before level 10. Iron sword equivalent weapons are only allowed for level 10s. That's the general rule for Blitz, right? The only time he broke that was with Horse Tamer. Alright, Horse Tamer does that. It broke that rule. You used to get an Iron Axe Sharp 1 at level 8, actually. At level 8 and 9. And they got a Sharp 1 Diamond Axe at level 10. Broken kit. Best kit to ever touch the game, comparatively. So, but I thought we learned from that. I thought we learned. We have not learned, because look at this. I mean, look at this. Iron Sword level 9. Not to mention, it gets the second best potions in the game, and some kick-ass armor, and food, and a Sharp 1 stone. Speed 1 Region 1 is insanely good. Those swingy fights too, just one splash on that, and you win the fight. So yeah, that's my tier list, guys. Tell you guys what you think. 25 any really awful, bad, wrong opinions, or if you agree mostly, or if like I assume someone's gonna argue with Meat Master being too low, or Hunter being too high, or Diver being too high, or Snowman being too low, whatever your opinion is. Tell me about them, tell me what you think, and yeah, just my opinion, basically. I mean, the whole idea is my opinion, so like, give the poopy rating. Which I gotta log in for that. I don't know. Okay, I don't. So, it's based on my playstyle for one. That's kind of the idea. It's like, obviously, a person with bow skills will put Ranger at S tier and Archer in like A tier. You know, that's how it works. But my skills revolve around speed and melee, and Warrior is the best melee kit in the game, in my opinion. And it gets speed as well. So for me, it's the best kit in the game. And I think overall it's the best kit, but I can see a case for Baker. I can see a case for Ranger. I can see a case for a lot of kits being number one. Except for Slime. I don't get why people put Slime in S tier. I don't get that. But I can see a case for a lot of kits. Like hell, I could even see a case for like fucking like Scout or Shadow Knight, even though I don't think they're S tier. Or even Tox. You know, I could see a case. Or Donkey. But for me, I think Warrior's best kit and Baker's is the second best kit. And I think everyone will put these in the top two. Or almost everyone, because from what I've seen, that's the general opinion. People usually put Baker above Warrior, but I don't think that's the case. So yeah, thank you guys for watching.